Hi, my name's David Eckleberry. I'm the game director of Fable Legends. It's the game I'm about to tell you about. It's our newest title from Lionhead Studios.
Every hero must be tested. Every legend earned. For what is an adventure without danger?
Life after Peter Molyneux. This is Lionhead's first major release since he left. Do you feel like you've got something to prove?
I'll be honest, I think we always have something to prove. Lionhead has a great legacy of games with Fable and other titles, and it's a big thing for us to live up to that legacy, to exceed it, to go beyond it, and keep doing new things, right? I'm really excited about working on Fable. This is my first Fable title that I've worked on. Peter left around 2.5 years ago, and I joined Lionhead Studios after him. So I don't personally have the experience of working with Peter, but we have more than 300 kind of man-years of experience working on Fable. We're really passionate about this trilogy that we've done before, and we're really excited to add new things to it, to continue to do new things with the Fable franchise. That's one of the missions of Lionhead Studios.
Okay, so one of the major things about Fable Legends is the shift away from single player to a more kind of social experience. Fable's roots are with single player experiences. What was it that inspired that change?
When we thought about the next title we were going to develop in the Fable series, right, inside this world of Albion, we wanted to do really new, different things, right? And Xbox and Microsoft absolutely encourage that, right? They think it's part of our charge to continue to innovate, to do new things with our franchises and the like. So for Fable, we really went to the core of the idea of what it meant to be a hero and what it meant to be a villain. And we wanted to do something absolutely different with that. So for us, that meant, unlike in previous Fable titles where being a villain was mostly the same thing as being a hero, right? Sure, you could, kill helpless children if you really wanted to, or have too many wives, or sacrifice a wife on an altar, or all those kinds of bad guy ideas. There was still this other villain of the story that you had to fight against to kind of fulfill our story. In this game, when you play through our story in Fable Legends, you control the bad guys, right? You're controlling all of the creatures and traps and spells. Even when it comes to a big boss that is an important part of the narrative arc, you control that creature when the heroes go to confront them. So you're a real villain in all senses of the word. So when we got to that point where we knew we wanted a kind of oppositional structure of hero versus villain, not just hero or villain, that led us into the great space that we're exploring now in Fable Legends.
So what elements from the Fable series have you retained? What is it that makes Fable Legends a Fable game?
The first thing that really makes us a Fable game is the world that we're bringing you back to. This world of Albion we're returning to is a place of magic and fairy tale. We're going back several hundred years in time to back where, kind of Grimm's fairy tale is our inspiration in some ways, a lot like the very first Fable game. So this is now the dawn of an age of heroes instead of being a twilight. And we have lots of different heroic characters that we're going to bring into this world. So many of our fans have been big fans, and they took inspiration from characters like Reaver and Hammer and Garth, and we took our inspiration there too, right? So great characters of this world of Fable is something we're going to return to. Now, a lot of the features are also something I'm a fan of and I wanted to bring back in our new Fable game. So things like the emotion wheel that allowed you to do all the emotes in our town. So it's going to feel very familiar to you. Lots of singing and dancing and a sense of humor, lots of mini games to play around with in our town hub. All of those elements are what we're bringing back in our new game that will feel very familiar to previous Fable fans. I think that's important, and what's also important to us is our narrative, right? So the quest that we're showing off here today, that we showed off at E3, is just one tiny piece of a narrative arc that you'll play through like a campaign. And you could play through that arc single player or multiplayer or some combination in between. And it's up to you to kind of explore the world of Albion that way, to get a sense of progression. You'll you'll discover all of the bits of heroes and villains, and you'll have to find out what it means and the kind of arch villain that you're fighting against. That's going to be us to discover, just like it has been in the previous Fable titles.
Something that's been making headlines recently is Connect. And now you will have the option to not use Connect features or some Connect features and free up some space and some processing power to make the game prettier. Is that something you're going to be taking advantage of?
Absolutely. We want to take advantage of every piece of processing power and graphical processing that we can. Our rendering team is already there, essentially. Now, the Kinect is a great feature, but we're primarily a core game, and we're a big AAA title that our gameplay is all on controller, right? And we're designing it that way. Now, we may have some Kinect mini games in town, or we may allow some voice controls for you to, show me this and show me this hero, or select this creature that you could do over voice. But that's all really meant to be optional. And we're going to drive as much horsepower as we can to create the best looking and best playing Fable game we can.
You recently teased some canine love, or the possibility of some canine love. Is there anything else that you can tell me today?
I don't have anything to announce with you about our canines yet. It's something we want to explore, and it's something that we think is iconic to Fable, so it's something we're going to do something with. I'm not prepared to announce anything, but we have often had great heroes, and we've had great hero companions like, the dog in Fable 2, and I want to return to that moment. Just stay tuned, watch our announcements on our website and Twitter and all those sorts of things. We'll have more to say soon.
The response from our community to Fable Legends has been, I think they're quite skeptical. Now, I think that's largely because of what we talked about earlier, the move away from single player. So a two-part question. One, what would you say to those that are skeptical? And two, are we ever going to see Fable 4?
That's fair. I mean, everyone has a right to be skeptical anytime there's innovation. The risk we take when we add new things is that we're going to lose some people who don't like us trying new things. But we do think it's up to us, not just as, in the Fable universe, but as part of Microsoft, to continue to try to innovate and show off new things, right? We're excited about the kind of asymmetrical multiplayer design that we have, and we think it's really fun. The ultimate answer is going to be for you to try it. If you're a fan out there who likes the world of Fable, I'd just say basically sign up for our beta, give the game a try, try a free demo on, join us in San Diego Comic-Con, or make your way over to Gamescom this year and give the game a try. It's everyone's right to be skeptical about any game or about something they haven't played yet, but when we do put our controller in your hand, and we're going to design an experience that we hope you really love. As far as more Fable games go, I don't know what's going to happen. For the next couple years, we're really devoted to making Fable Legends awesome and great. We're going to be really pushing hard to make that happen, and over 90% of our studio is really focused on creating a thrilling and fun Fable Legends experience for people to play, whether that's single player or multiplayer. Ultimately, though, it's up to you. We hope you'll like the game and give it a shot.